It's time for you to know, and for us to start our show. Have a drink, take a seat here on Brewsic and Boozies.
We're back.
It's me bouncing to the new theme song.
I know. With the sleigh bells. I'll do the sleigh bells.
Were you surprised when I sent that to you?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? And I wasn't expecting it to be like the full song. We have a new song, everyone. Welcome.
Of course.
We have a Christmas themed song.
Yep.
Honestly,
just for this episode. What's that?
We should put all of these songs somewhere. Like, because we now have you've now written 3 songs. No, but like on the interwebs. Like on Spotify.
Sort of. Yeah, I guess. They're not even a second long. So who's gonna listen to I like that 2-second one. Wait, there's another version.
I like them. And another one.
And another. And then that's it. The holidays are over.
I know, you're not gonna write an Easter themed.
How can you? Or a Valentine's Day one. Silly. You can't do it.
I mean, in the style of like I
might make it like
movie.
pretty and romantic comedy. Maybe we'll do that for Valentine's Day this year. Who knows? Anyways.
We'll see. See if we make it that far. I think we will. But yeah. I know we will. But
anyways, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We're here to celebrate with you. We're very festive.
So today we're talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Honestly, we do really need to do an episode on Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah. Real quick, you said you loved it, right?
I did. I loved it.
You loved it, yeah. One of our mutual friends said they saw this weekend with their family and came out like in tears. It was that good to them. So I was very happy to hear that. Longtime Ghostbuster fan as well. So
that's what it is. It just like felt good.
It felt like a universal ride. And I got like more, it is a lot of fan service, but it was like well earned, and we were all like really happy with whatever they handed to us on a nice little plate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, too many people were too analytical about the story and how it doesn't make sense. So like, who cares at this point? We're like, we don't care. It's not that last movie, and we've been waiting just for a third installment of any continuation of those first 2 movies. Just give it to us. Come on, do it now. So they did,
and they did
that's
it. And they did it.
That's what matters.
Yeah, no, I did love it.
It was done. Okay, so what is this movie actually? Not Ghostbusters Afterlife. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about Christmas Vacation. Woo!
Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation.
I don't have any musical instruments.
Christmas Vacation. We're so glad it's Christmas Vacation. Great song.
Oh my God, such a great intro song. And the animation in the beginning of it.
I love it. Just brings it home for me every time.
So good. And it just reminds me of like popping that VHS in or the DVD, whatever.
Yes.
Like, did you, when you were a kid, did you have like a stack of like, okay, these are the Christmas movies, and you would pull out like the special, like the movies you didn't
They're
really
always in the back somewhere. Yeah. Like it was like somewhere I had to go find them in the back. Because you've seen my den. It's like those were all the VHSs are. And like I remember it's like, where's like the Christmas movies? And usually they're in the back. But we also had, growing up, Christmas movies recorded. Like I said, we had everything recorded from the television
that
we recorded off for TV. So if we wanted to watch a specific Christmas or holiday specials of Christmas movies, you had to go dig them out of this like terrible cabinet filled with apes.
Usually had like Jack Frost, Rudolph, taking them
out. I'm like, where is it? And then looking, I'm like, was this it with the little sticker missing? You don't remember.
Yeah, we did the same thing. And I mean, until recently, we still had all of those VHSs. They're now.
I still have. We had like Christmas cartoons all on like one tape, and then it was like one was on like some random tape you had to go find and search. And like I always wanted like these 4. I wanted to have like, of course Rudolph, but like we have like Frosty. These are the main 3 I watched on this one tape. It was The Grinch, into Frosty, into Charlie Brown Christmas. There's probably that special they ran like that weekend or whatever.
I mean, I'm sure they still run it. Like CBS still does it or something.
Oh my God, it's just
for NBC.
And I love the little commercials in between. They would do like little clips of the sound. Like,
they always
I guess you call them, like, it'd be like, be right back. And it's like, or whatever the music was from the movie. Like,
they always played those same commercials. You got the Campbell soup commercial with the snowman. You got the Hershey Kiss Bells commercial.
Still being played.
There was like a Folgers commercial that always went on. Oh yes, always the M&Ms.
Santa.
Yep. Same commercial.
You know that's J.K. Simmons, right?
Wait, is it really?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that. Like always, or just in that commercial?
Now, I thought it's different now. I thought maybe he retired from it. That he still does. It doesn't sound exactly, but it's still him.
Oscar-nominated actor, Eminem.
But he was on a Kelly Ripa thing. He was like talking about it. He's like him and another famous. Who's the guy? Oh, what's his name? Fact checker does the red M&M. He's been doing it the whole time too. It's him and JK that have been doing the yellow and red M&Ms since the beginning. But he does on this interview with Kelly Ripa, he was like, Santa.
Amazing.
Like that's like the famous line in the commercial. It's like, he does exist. They do exist.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah. I gotta look this up. Okay, while you're doing that, kick us off fond memories of this movie.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think like my dad loves this movie. We have like all the Hallmark ornaments.
My dad too.
We have like a million t-shirts. Like I grew up watching this, and then of course Vacation and European Vacation. Like what?
Billy West is the voice of the red M&M. There we go.
Now
I
that
knew
makes
sense. Yeah, I knew it was someone extremely popular voice actor. So there you go.
Okay, that makes sense now. Now I can hear it in my I can hear him do it. Like,
oh yeah, you knew the voice. It's just like, oh, I know him, but I forget his name. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we just watched it all the time, and again, I remember pulling out like the VHS. It was probably again taped from TV or something. We always watched it, but like even before that, we watched Vacation all the time, like Wally World, hilarious. I remember watching it all the time.
See, we were too young to watch any of the original Vacations. Not that I knew that they were adult. Like we just never watched them. They were just never around. The only ones I knew were Christmas Vacation and Vegas, because that was like the only two ones that were around for our generation. Those are the two.
Can I say I tried to watch Vegas recently last year?
Oh, it's great.
I did a marathon. I did all of them. I did them out of order because I watched Christmas Vacation. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch. The first one's called Vacation, right?
Yes, just Vacation. National Anthem Vacation. Mm-hmm.
Vacation, and then I did European Vacation, and then I went to go turn on Vegas, and I got like 10 minutes in, and I was like, ugh, and I turned it off.
It's the weakest. Yeah, they go in order, but it's like, it's so, what's the word? It has a weird marinating kind of feel to it, because you could tell it's during that time when only movies were being made like that. And it's like for a movie that was hard PG-13s like earlier on, that's more of a softer PG-13, but still has a couple of moments. But they were kind of getting away from a lot of things. Chevy was like starting to age around that time too, so I don't know. But like as a kid,
Beverly D'Angelo
there was so many great moments in that movie I really like. So, and Randy comes back in that movie, and he's pretty awesome. So,
what an interesting human being Randy Quaid is.
I know, so that's great.
We won't get into it, but
we're gonna go into him in a little bit. But I would say earliest memories. Two things. I don't know my earliest memory. Two things I think about the most when I think about like knowing this movie. Well, I probably saw it on TV, but also I remember we were like at my cousin's house, and I think like nobody was there, and we were just like hanging out at some party, and we're like bored in the den, and it's like, what movies do you have? And we found Christmas Vacation on VHS. We're like, pop that in. This is like, I don't even know what month it was. It wasn't around Christmas time. But I remember we watched it beginning to end there. So that was like my first time old enough to watch it and kind of get the whole thing, if that makes sense. I wasn't that old, but or that young, but I remember like that was a full watch for me. I'm like, okay, I finally can say I've seen this movie. But
and like growing up also, like you understand
that I can remember, right, retain it. Yeah.
What's
and
happening.
Also, yeah. And also just remember like seeing the cover a lot with like Chevy like electrocuted a lot on things. But also Rocky V I watched a lot as a kid, and it's in Rocky 5. There's a scene where you see him beating up the Santa Claus and the reindeer. I was just like, I would always kind of come back to that, knowing the movie, but never like really have seen it. So that movie kind of has fond memories connected to this vacation. So
never thought we'd talk about Rocky 5 on this podcast, but there you go.
it's in the universe. So isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
So also, so the first scene, I have to say I hold dearly for so many reasons. I don't know if you did that as a kid as well, going to get a tree with your family.
Yeah, we always, for the longest, we had a fake tree. And then for some reason, we always also got a real tree for the basement. And it was like our tree. Oh. So, but like, we didn't like cut it down or anything. We just like went to the lot and like picked it out. So, and for the longest time we did that. So yeah, I guess I do know that feeling. Did you guys go to like a lot, or did you chop down a tree?
Yeah, we used to go like every year, not all the time. Sometimes I think there was a time we just outgrew it, but
you chopped it down, or you just picked it out at the lot?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
We didn't rip it out of the ground with some rope, if that's even possible. But yeah, but like that. So that whole opening scene, them driving like in this like the winter time, just going to get the tree, like that hits home for me, because I related to that so much. So when I see that, I just assume that's what everybody kind of did too.
Yeah,
and like everybody got real trees, and that's just like, if I never knew, like people got fake trees in my family. I was like, why would they get fake trees? Like, you know.
I just love that, like he's doing like an old-fashioned family Christmas, and it's like, if you think about it, it's like, what is an old-fashioned family Christmas? Like no one does like the same Christmas thing.
By the way,
like,
our tree is up today. Finally went up today. Yeah. I wasn't home.
I put my tree up yesterday. Oh, you didn't get to decorate it at all? No decorating for you?
That's the thing now, being home and not, I'm being home but not home. And then I walk in, I go, the tree's
oh. The luxuries of
Mom
two
with the
retired
garland
parents.
and the stuff. Yeah, and help her with a bunch of stuff. But this year I'm not around as much, and they have more time to do those things. So let them do it. Less headaches, less less things for me.
Before we get too far into the movie.
Excuse me.
Oh no, bless
ahead.
you.
Thank you.
I want to share my beverage of choice this evening.
What are you drinking? I just have a festive mug, so that's all, and coffee. Of course.
I got Angry Santa. Oh, it's a local. Oh, so surprise podcast. If you don't know me personally, I moved to Texas last week, 2 weeks ago.
No
something
way.
like that. Surprise, Chris. No, you knew. So I live in Fort Worth now, and this is a local Fort Worth beer. It's called Angry Santa Spiced London Ale, and I bought it. Cute little guy. He's taking a two in the chimney. I think I had this beer last year when I visited Fort Worth, but I wasn't sure. I got it anyway.
Talk about dropping off presents.
Oh, but bunch. It's a spiced London ale, which I don't know what that means, but
probably smells like what he's doing.
It tastes like there's a lot of like
on the roof.
It does. It tastes like Santa's on the roof.
No, doing what he's doing.
Yeah, it tastes like bad Santa. Like he's a very naughty Santa, and that's what it tastes like. And
Not good.
have my
way to promote it.
My Bah Humbug.
Bah Humbug.
Oh no, I like it a lot. It's just very spicy. Like there's.
It's funny because I also have my my Grinch mug, but not using that. I went with the festive mug.
Uh-oh.
Sip it. That's your Baja mug.
Oh my God, such a big sip. I didn't want it to spill over my nice new things. No, it's very good. I actually really suggest this as like a winter beer.
Yeah.
It is very heavy. It's 8% alcohol, but it's very spicy. Like it tastes kind of like a pumpkin beer, like with all the cinnamons and
ginger.
sugars. Not really ginger, more like cinnamon. I feel like you wouldn't like this. Notes of vanilla, cinnamon, honey, and fresh gingerbread. Rich and yes, it is. It's very malty. If you like a malty beer, you'll like this.
Probably not. I'd be like, it's tolerable for a sip, but not like to drink all night.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want more than maybe one of these.
Yeah. So back to the that beginning intro, which is just, it's like, this whole movie is hysterical. I mean, we could go to literally every scene, but it's just like, you know, I think, like I said, I wanted to talk more about like what it means to us, as it's kind of our generation, very much not our generation, but our generation. Like, we were just born into that. Like, so like when movies came out when we were born, those movies lingered for like a good, you know, decade, like pretty well, and then it's been classic for every
the industry. What the industry definitely wasn't what it is now. Like, they're not pumping out as many movies as they are now. So like, these movies stick with you. Yeah,
and it's harder. Like, the only new classic I've loved so far of the last couple of years has been Christmas Chronicles. That's my only new favorite.
That is a good one. I do like
new
that one.
Classics, I guess, if you call it. I haven't found any new real movies that I've
you liked the one with Kurt Russell.
What's that?
You liked the one with, oh wait, is Christmas Chronicles?
That is Kurt Russell.
Oh, I was thinking of something else.
Oh, okay. You think of Rise of Guardians? That one's pretty good too.
That's the one.
Chris Pine. I did like that too. I'll give you that one too. But that's somewhere around here. But I enjoy that one as well.
Yeah, there really isn't that many like good Christmas movies that are coming out.
No, I watched an okay one over the past couple weeks. I watched two new. One was brand new, and one was, I just found it, and I was like, I gotta watch this. Was what was it? It was called 8-Bit Christmas. It was on HBO Max with Neil Patrick Harris. It's literally Christmas Story, but with Nintendo. And I was like, that's up my alley. And I thought that's like a genius storyline, but it got a little silly. Some of the humor is really funny. He's really funny. I thought he plays like the dad of this girl, and he's basically like telling the story how he wanted this Nintendo for Christmas to her. So he's narrating the story as there's other actors playing, you know, the kids of the 80s.
It's like,
which I thought was cool. And I love Steve Zahn is in it as his dad.
Oh, I love Steve Zahn.
So it is very much a Christmas story, and it plays like Christmas Story, but not as funny to like that extent. It's not as original. They actually had a very touching ending. No spoilers, but I was just like, oh, that was sweet. I didn't see that coming. So overall enjoyable, not the best movie I've seen ever, and I was hoping this would be like a new fun classic to watch. I might watch it again just if someone wanted to watch with me, but you know, I that's what it was. And then I watched this other old Hallmark movie with Jay Moore called The Christmas Do-Over, which is literally Groundhog Day but with Jay Moore, and it's Christmas instead of Groundhog Day. I was like
Christmas. Do you remember Christmas Every Day? When we were kids?
I bet there's been 30 other movies that still do that, where they wake up every day and it's Christmas and they got to figure out their morals or whatever until then the next day it's Christmas. I love those movies. I don't get tired of them. But this one, I was just like, you know what? I'm in the mood for something light and funny. So I threw it on. It made me laugh. It was perfect for a little light Hallmark cheesy movie. I loved it. So that was fun. Anyways, back to the movie. That's my side tangent. Okay, back to the movie. But yeah, just everything in this movie, I was saying, just how it hits hard for me, just because my dad loves this movie. I mean, it's classic. My grandma's love this movie.
It's a very dad movie.
It's a family kind of movie for a dirtier, you know, as a kid, all those jokes went over our heads, but just like all the slapstick humor, definitely the best in this movie. So, and it's got a great cast too. I mean, it's a monster cast, and it's like to think that Johnny Galecki / Leonard from Big Bang is like, we never knew that in a million years unless we were hardcore Roseanne Johnny Galecki fans, which none of us were.
No one was. I wanted to talk about something that went over my head as a kid. Not a dirty joke, but the joke that went over my head was, so after he puts the Christmas tree in the living room, and then the next scene they're laying in bed talking about family coming and he's covered in sap. I never understood why everything was sticking to him.
Really?
And then until I got older, and I'm like, oh, it's because he has sap all over it.
Like I said, I don't remember as much. So we kind of had like a rebirth of watching this movie more religiously. I remember seeing it again at my friend's house. Not remembering it the first time seeing it on VHS, but like I said, like he had it on DVD, which is like a big thing at the time, you know. And then we got it on DVD. And we watched it like all the time with our friends. I mean, like every week we watch it 2 or 3 times. We'd have Christmas Vacation on. So there was like a good, like 2002, I was like 8th grade. I was like 12 and 13, and all these jokes are kind of hitting more to us. and it was like getting funnier. And so, and I think we had older friends that explained the jokes to us if we didn't know what it was about. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, it was just like
the whole scene with
that, all those like this, like the sap and stuff like that. I just remember laughing so hard when it's just like, that's the best line too, where he's just like, looks great, little full, yeah, a lot of sap in here.
The scene with 'tis the season to be merry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my name.
A little as a kid. Yeah, a little backstory though. I remember hearing about this on the Home Alone documentary on that the Movies That Made Us series. They talk about Home Alone, and Chris Columbus was supposed to direct this movie, and he couldn't deal with Chevy Chase. Go figure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that.
I think they said Harold actually chipped in a little bit to make this movie or something.
Harold Ramis?
I don't know why that's coming to mind for some reason. I could be wrong. I can't remember. Fact checker is not here, but I thought somewhere in the, like, I remember like they had to get somebody to help finish this movie because Chris Columbus basically walked off.
So if I'm choosing between Home Alone and this movie, I am always going to choose this movie. I feel like
I know you would.
Yeah, I
no,
like
Home Alone is like, no, Home Alone is just the music, the family. I relate to that story way more in so many ways for some silly reason. I don't know why. Something about the Christmas essence of that movie. I don't know. There is no Christmas. To me, if I had no world without Home Alone. No, it's just, it's John Hughes, and this was John Hughes as well. So
yeah,
it's like there were all those Christmas kind of feel movies, and this was for a more adult family movie that also was coming out of like, there's already a franchise. Exactly. Yeah. Home Alone was fresh and new at the time.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I just wanted to add that because I thought that was interesting how like you could tell like this. I wonder how this movie, it'd probably be about the same. I can't see. Chris Columbus is a great director, but I'm just saying I just found that funny to hear about because Chevy just such a jerk. He's the worst. He's the worst. And it's sad to hear that because we love him as Clark, and we love him in most movies because he's hysterical. He's really funny. He's a talented actor.
Apparently he's very hard to work with.
Yes. Silly actors. But yeah, and like it was funny to like also just like seeing all the actors later down the road, like I said, like Johnny Galecki, and then it was like the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond is the mother-in-law, and then you have
Doris Roberts.
You got Julie Louise as the neighbor with that guy, and it's just like a lot of faces. And and Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle is in this as the boss.
He is. He's the boss. What's the boss's name? Oh my god, I can't think of it.
Yeah, one of my favorite things. I picked this up. I forget he says this towards the end of the movie. He goes like, "Mr. Shirley, Merry Christmas." He puts the gift on the thing. He's like, "Leave it on the rest over there, greaseball."
Yeah, greaseball. Get me someone, anyone, and then get me someone after that.
Give me someone while I'm waiting. He's great. Yeah,
it's hilarious because like this movie. I mean, it's Christmas time, but like I feel like if that ever happened, people would react the same way. Like, would not like actually kidnap their boss, but like they'd be like, I'm sure have made comments very similar to I want to kidnap my boss if something like that happened to them.
Yeah, of course. So I wanted to throw this at you. It's really funny to me that like this movie's called Christmas Vacation. It's like, and there's the whole movie is not really on vacation. It's just during Christmas time, and you have to call it vacation because it's the vacation movie.
First of all, the family is there for so long,
for like a month.
Oh my god, I would lose my mind. Yeah, that is way too intense.
I think as an adult now, it's way funnier too because of like, wait a minute, they've been here for like a month. It must be, and like
they must
watching this movie as what were you gonna say?
So there's the very first scene, when the family shows up, he's watching a parade, and I always wondered what parade he's watching. Is it? I thought it was Thanksgiving, but it's not.
No, it could have been just some random parade, like a local parade or something.
Oh, maybe.
But I love when they. Parade? Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Chicago.
I love when they they usually like they swing the door open for the advent calendar that kind of helps keep track of where you are in the movie, which I think is helpful. I think that's such a cool little and I love that because that feels like Christmas to me. I think that's such a cool little.
Do you have an advent calendar?
And like that little bells are. What's that?
Have you done an advent calendar?
So my mom, I don't know if you ever seen it. No, you probably wouldn't. But when you come to my house, my mom has made this wreath. It's sewn, and she made all these little sewn ornaments, and there's 25 of them, and we put them up. Now it used to be my brother and I would trade off, and now it's just me. So it's just like, I put them up now every day. So
that's
I've been keeping track now. Once it goes up, I'm like, it goes up like 6 days later, so I have to like catch up. But yeah, we haven't been on top of it.
Was Christmas different in your house because your birthday is Christmas?
every year.
But was it different? Like, did your family do anything special for the holidays, or was it just kind of like
every year is Christmas at my house? Every year, we got people off the street trying to get in our house. I'm telling you, it gets crazy in here. But so how it works for me is that yes, my Christmas is on birthday for any of those people watching who don't know me. But I would have Christmas presents in the morning, my brother, and then after Christmas dinner at night, probably my birthday cake with dessert. That's Christmas dessert. And then I get my birthday presents. And then sometimes I get them in between from family members that are coming to visit or whatever. So
yeah.
And then I would get more presents like after Christmas from people like my aunts or uncles that didn't see me on Christmas. I'd see them over the weekend. I'm telling you, it was like a long week of just a lot of gifts. So, and I had decent relatives that took care of that. They were nice enough to give me a birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
thing. I know that's a lot of pressure now. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad for everybody. I'm so sorry. That's such a lot to ask for. I didn't ask to be born that day, but I guess but everyone's like, doesn't that suck? And I'm like, no, because I see my family every year on my birthday. We celebrate Christmas. What a better time to celebrate your birthday with having everybody there anyways. And then it's such convenience. And I'm off every year for my birthday. Not a lot of people are.
No,
but they're like, isn't it your day that you want to have special that's different than someone else's day? And I'm like, no, Suzanne, I'm making up that name, but but
darn Suzanne.
I don't know, but yeah, anyways. So but that, like I said, Christmas is a big part of this house and always will be. So
yeah, I know you guys are,
but that's how I feel about the Griswold's house. When you go in that house, same with like Home Alone, there's that Christmas look to it. I think that's really important to the Christmas movie that it is, you know.
And the feel like having all of the family there, like the feeling of Christmas.
Yeah,
the music really helps in this movie,
and the lights,
the tone, and the lights. Yes, but like everything's falling apart. What is it like? To the world. 5,000 Twinkle Lights? No, that's not right.
Art is his father-in-law. Oh, so the lights aren't trickling. I know Art, and thanks for noticing. Eddie? Eddie? It's just so funny. I still laugh, even the other night watching, I still laughed hard, and I'm like, I know all these
so
things.
Hard. I know
it's one of those rare movies laugh. I can't help but not laugh. And all right, so funniest moments go. I mean, there's 80,000 of them, but like, what's ones that like you really just kind of almost cry laughing the first time you saw it? I can tell my dad's like crying scene. I bet you can. Wonder if you can figure it out.
One scene. Well, I love the scene when he's in the department store with Mary, when he's like,
that is great.
Any hooter than it is. I think it's hilarious. That whole thing.
It's a bit nipply out. I mean, nipply out. Am I saying nipple?
I love it.
The way
it's so funny.
Nipple is funny.
And the scene when Eddie, it's the first scene in the house with Eddie when he's drinking the eggnog. He's like, drive me out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead.
Yeah. He goes like, no, I'm gonna do him fine, Clark. Whatever he says.
And his ridiculous outfit. He has
the little
that,
turtleneck thing that he has under his long sleeve. Yeah, great. So good.
Oh my god, it gets me every time. And then of course the dinner scene with the turkey and Edna doing Grace, like
Save the neck for me, Clark. Okay, Eddie.
I love that. Or the exchange when he's talking about the plate, the metal plate in his head. He's like, this side.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Going right into that. That's my dad's favorite part. Is him going down that sled. Like, later, dudes. Later, hang dead.
And the music that plays along with it is hilarious. Like, it's so funny.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Like I said, it's classic. Like that's more than the lampoonsy kind of like cartoony humor that I always love about these movies. Though that's the thing about a lampoons movie. You get all that kind of, what do you call, like spoofy type of humor.
It's also, it goes by like
beyond silly. Yeah, it goes beyond.
It goes by like cartoon humor to like cartoon rules too, where like they do the most ridiculous things, but by the end of everything,
isn't it beautiful, Audrey? She'll see it later, honey. Her eyes are frozen.
Yeah, like something ridiculous like that, and then like the next scene, she's fine. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you get some like real just serious moments too. One of my favorite parts now. I don't know. I think something about that song. It hits me. I don't know what.
Oh, when he's in the attic.
That Ray Charles song. I don't know why. I lose it every time I hear it. It's such a great song. I don't know what it's really called. Wonderful Feeling or something like that.
Have your parents ever shown you like old pictures or slides from like their Christmases?
Not of Christmas, but we used to watch old Christmases all the time on our old videos of us. I'm born on Christmas, so there's like me coming home for Christmas, and there's like that's what I'm saying. So there's a famous my brother's watching this. There's a famous Christmas with my brother that is just out of this world. It should go viral. It's amazing the things he says and did as a kid. And the part I can share about you, what he did was, I was young and he's always up way earlier than me. So you see me at the stairs and he's like, come on, come get presents. And I'm like, I don't know why, I'm just like slow, I'm tired, I'm groggy, and I'm like sitting on the stairs and he's just like like pulls me down. But like I'm already towards the bottom, but he just goes whoop. Like, come on.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's so
it's funny. Good. I'll have to find it and show it to you. It's a good one. Maybe when you come by.
That is really, really funny.
Yeah. But that was also just seeing all those relatives, that like reminds me of my relatives and like how they look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was literally so we spend Christmas with my aunt, my mom's sister, and then my uncle's side of the family would come, and we had an Aunt Edna. Like, she looked and dressed like Aunt Edna, and like for the day she died. I mean, Aunt Bethany. I don't know who Aunt Edna is. Aunt Bethany. Oh, Aunt Edna's from Vacation.
Don't throw me down, clock.
Yeah.
We had a friend that would like love watching this movie with us, and he'd just go, "Is your house on fire, clock? Don't throw me down, clock."
She's great.
Clock.
Aunt Edna is from the first movie. It's from Vacation. I confuse the aunts.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but we had someone that looked like Aunt Bethany and dressed like Aunt Bethany.
But yeah,
like
they're the VIPs of this movie too. Besides Eddie, Aunt Bethany, and Uncle Lewis.
Oh, so good.
Do you know who Uncle Lewis is?
Do I? Who is he?
Yeah, he's the voice of a very famous character of a movie we both love that we haven't talked about yet on this channel. It's a Halloween Christmas movie.
He's a Nightmare for Christmas? Who is he?
Yeah, any guesses? Who does he sound like the most? Let's see if you can figure it out.
Is he Santa? He's not
one
Santa.
Of the funniest characters in that movie.
Funniest? Is it the mayor? I can't think of it.
Nope. Ready?
Who is he?
Ready? Gone again.
Oh my God! No way!
I forgot his real name. Yeah, that's him.
Yes, he does sound like him.
And he goes like,
"Wild."
Jesus, did the room clear out, Bethany? Hell no. She means presents. You shouldn't have brought presents.
I love when the squirrel's running around and he's just sitting there.
Wind.
Grizz, get my stoley.
He goes like, do you hear it? It's a funny squeaking sound. You couldn't hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
I love their chemistry because it's so perfect.
Say grace. The blessing. Grace. So that's the joke now every year at the table with my grandma. I say grace and my grandma goes, I pledge allegiance.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that's a long going. Grace. She passed away 30 years
ago. But there's always also those relatives where you have to they drove in the movie, but like there's always relatives that you have to go pick them up and then bring them to your house. Did you have those relatives in your family?
No.
That like they couldn't drive. Well, I feel like it's common for like you have those older, they only see on the holiday.
No, that's not true. It's my grandma, but that's always been the case for the last like 25 years. So,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's always like one relative where you have to go get them and then bring them home later.
Well, that was the thing. Like, it used to be my other grandma would drive my grandma, and it's like we're gonna be like they get in the car. It's like
the two grandmas. Oh
no! My other grandma. I think you've met both of them at one point, or at least one of them. The one that you would see more often. The one that passed a few years ago, she used to drive my other grandmas. We would be like, because they lived around around that area. So, but yeah, after a while, it's just too much. It's just like the fact that they were on the road together. I'm like, I don't know how they did it. I really don't. It's scary.
Well, they did do it. It happened.
Yeah, but it's like a lot. And I'm thinking like, wow. When he comes downstairs too, and they're just all screaming at the table, and then you get the famous line at the Randy standing outside Eddie.
It's like the
all right, we got to talk about my shirt though. Yeah, we got to talk about my shirt. Go for it.
Are you ready? I'm gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Why is the carpet wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot. My favorite line too. He goes, my friend and I, we quote that, just everyone does, but like Todd is just amazing. And like, I think that's really him falling down like every
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But he says this, my friend and I love to quote this. He goes like, you just march over there and slug that creep in the face. And he's like, I can't just attack someone. Why is it so funny? I don't know, because he says it.
They're great. Their apartment is so ugly. And that stereo is awful.
Something had to break the window. Something had to hit the stereo.
Stereo. I love how they're in those
track suits
in like the 80s. Yeah, like the sweat, like they make you sweat like you're roasting like a turkey on the inside.
The actual sweatsuits.
Yeah.
I don't think I got it at the time, but I was just like, it's just funny. But Louise is great. Julia Louise.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious. They're great.
For the little cameo part she has in that. I guess she was in. Yeah, she was definitely getting into Seinfeld at that time. It was before Seinfeld.
Seinfeld started like
Seinfeld was in the 90s, I think.
90,
yeah,
91?
Or something like that.
I think
it wasn't quite in Seinfeld yet.
Oh, this was before 91?
89, I think it said.
Oh, maybe. I think you're right. Yeah.
Fact checker.
No fact checker. There's so much more to say about this movie. I feel like we can,
I said there's so much we can go on. I got a couple more minutes before I have to leave, but
sure. Can we so let's talk about the ending and then like the whole story with the boss. And like, so the boss was supposed to give them bonuses and instead gave them Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, what a great
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. That it is, Edward. Do you love when he goes like, he like gets mad, he drinks the eggnog, he's like, it's good.
Yeah. Oh my god, when he goes crazy and he chainsaws the banister. Oh my god,
fix the no post.
And he just walks down. So good. And it's like spinning. I love that.
I mean, like it's really funny with the fried cat and all that stuff, but I love when his dad, and they're like, it's like, where'd he go? It's like, oh no, he probably got scared and ran outside or something. He goes like, whoa. And then he pushes the mom down and he runs up the stairs with the squirrel still on his back.
Clark W. Grierson.
Fell between the seats. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I love it.
It's a Christmas star. That ain't no friggin' Christmas star, Grizz. It's the lining from the sewer plant. Sewer gas. Don't draw that.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
I mean, and like and then that's back to like that like humor, that like National Lampoon-ness, that like the cops come, they kidnap someone, and at the end it like all wraps up nicely.
I didn't get at the end. I really thought that was really Santa Claus on fire. Like I thought like somehow he exploded actual Santa coming.
No, it's the Santa.
But it's the Santa that they had in the front of the house, which makes way more sense. I'm like, okay, it's not that goofy, but I mean the whole lights are great. And I love the Silent Night that plays also like right after he's like trying to fix the lights. And the grandpa's up like reading the dirty magazines.
Oh yeah. That is really nice. Or no, there's a poster on the ceiling, I think, right? I think that's what it is.
There's two. So there's the one the one grandpa's reading the Sassy, it's called. I don't know what that is. And then the other one's like looking at the poster up on the wall. So
yes, you're right.
Yeah. I think that's really it. I mean, like there's so many great moments. Like quote this whole movie, it's so quotable, but I said those music, the original music, I mean the dog is funny, and
it's not
it's nuts.
Oh, what an angel.
And then in the grocery store, and he's like, you're listening to that conversation, it's like kind of serious, and the fact that he's throwing this entire thing of dog food like on top of the
big bags, like
it's so subtle and so funny.
I love how, so wait, one of my other favorite lines is
Merry Christmas.
That one.
Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
Kiss his ass.
Kiss his ass. Kiss your
Happy
ass.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Hey, Santa Claus. Hey, Santa Claus.
There's really good music in this movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Beverly D'Angelo's character. Why can't I think of her name?
Audrey?
Oh my God. No, Beverly D'Angelo.
Audrey's daughter. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Wow, I can't. I don't know why we can't do this.
No, wow. This is
amazing.
Helen. Oh my God.
Helen, yes.
I almost freaked out. I was like, Helen. Oh my God.
She's talking to Clark about Eddie and the family, and she says that her cousin, right? Because her cousin told her that Eddie's holding out for a management position. Like, I don't know why, but it makes me like hysterical. I like laugh out loud every time. I'm like,
it's funny.
It's funny. So funny. Like I love that. And like that heartbreaking conversation that Ruby Sue has with Clark. Oh my God. It breaks my heart every time. Yeah.
Really shouldn't say that. Really shouldn't say that word.
Shit and rocks.
Oh, that kid though, Kid Rocky is so cute. I love Rocky.
Oh, he's adorable. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's got a lip fungus, right? He's the one with the lip fungus.
But he's got that chubby little face. You just want to pinch.
Yeah, he's so cute.
And he's like the mullet. So ridiculous.
Oh, cute kids. They really are. It really is. It's just
a surprise. This is just a surprise. Real nice surprise. Eddie? Like I love. He's like, watch you. It's like you roll over and let Uncle Clark scratch your belly, and he's like, oh, I should. My hands are all chapped. I don't know why that's funny when he says that.
Like the dog cares that his hands are chapped.
I don't know. Yeah, just the fact he says it like that. And some of the lines that Chevy says is just great. You know, the whole band, the whole losing it. I think he did in like one take of him just like screaming about his boss. That scene.
You know what I should talk about?
Shit. Where's the Tylenol?
My family a couple years ago, our Christmas card was the will be the happiest. No, it was just like a flat card with a picture, and it had the line, the one that oh my God, since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye.
Oh, my Danny F and K. So that's also what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
We saw it like at my cousin's house that first time I told you about, like on VHS, and like, you know, swear words don't fly well in my house. So especially that one. So it was just like, I remember he says it. It was almost like my dad was anticipating because, he said it.
What's your mom say?
Happiest. Oh, my mom hates bad words. She goes, oh, you know. But I was also like 10 at the time, so who knows how old I was. Maybe I was a little bit older. I don't know. But I wasn't that.
Yeah.
Wasn't like that young, but I wasn't that old either.
I also love that like everyone packs up and is like ready to leave on Christmas Eve rather than stay in that house. Have you ever?
I love that. I love the dad, the Art, father-in-law. He's like, here's another car he could drive. I need to eat so I could take my back pill. That's one of my other favorite lines. How he delivers it too. That guy is, I think, actually just being that guy.
They're this whole cast.
I don't think he's acting. I think he is that guy.
No, he is like that was him.
Do you know the dad who's Mr. Griswold, Clark's dad?
He's so I mean
he was the original. He was the original George Costanza's dad, Frank Costanza.
Oh.
Yeah, in the early episodes. Yeah, I found that out before he got replaced by Jerry Stiller. They said he was a great actor. Just it was just like had nothing related to George. It just didn't really make sense comedy wise.
I feel like I've seen like the early seasons of Seinfeld, but I don't remember him.
He's great. I like that guy.
But maybe that's what it is. He's just like not memorable.
Beaut.
You taught me everything I know about exterior illumination.
Yeah.
I love that line too.
Art, Dad, thanks for being here. These little lights aren't twinkling.
Oh, I love when she's like, your mother still doesn't know my mother shaves her upper lip. And Clark goes, your mother shaves her upper lip? She has for years.
Doesn't show. But they all come in and they say, they're all just bitching about everything before they can barely even get in the door. And I love the mom's like, I have hemorrhoids.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's just so relatable because like these are the conversations that you have. Like this is what happens when you see family members you haven't seen in so long. They're like, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I gotta say 20 more quotes before I get out of here. But
I know.
I mean, definitely the ones in the beginning. This is just gonna be a quote episode. Who the heck cares?
I don't care.
I think every episode of ours is a quote episode.
Just cut it.
Why could you not mention the greatest ones? But the whole intro of them driving to get the tree, and he's just like, "Hey kids, look, a deer!" and then flips off the guy. But my favorite line, he's like, "I'm gonna burn some dust here. Eat my rubber." Oh, and then he's like, when he goes like, he's getting the lights out, and he's just like, "Oh, little knot here. All right."
It was really good too.
A little knot here.
It's just like I don't know how much of this movie was scripted and how much is just Chevy Chase kind of just like improvising. Because
I watched the guy's full like review, like behind about the movie itself. I watched it again. It's been a year now since I watched it. It was last Christmas. He was going through he had a whole show called like My Blu-ray Set, and he would go through all these movies and go in very descriptive detail, like what was made, how to shoot, and I don't remember too much history on it, but I'd like to go back and revisit that because I think that's maybe where I heard about some of the Chevy things and stuff. But they said like I think that part where he's ranting is like one just all done in one take or something.
Oh yeah. Like I can't even recite it. I just remember him. He's like dickless, ballless.
It's like no good flesh sucking. Brainless, hopeless, dickless, bug-eyed, fat ass, monkey shitty ears. Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Where's the Tylenol?
Get the Tylenol. By the way, all the cursing I normally don't do. This is probably the episode I've cursed the most.
Yeah, like the most.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Christmas Vacation, and I love the little end where it goes the end, and then that little bulb just goes.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that like zoom out on the house.
Yeah,
they're
the
all
moon
dancing.
is gigantic in this movie.
Yeah.
It's so Hollywood Christmas. I love that. And did you ever notice? Like, I never could tell if it's like really shot. I'm sure it's shot in different time periods, but it was like sometimes you could see the breath on his in the scene, like when he's putting the lights up, when he finally gets the lights, his breath is like cold. And then it's like other times I'm like, this snow looks so fake, and maybe it wasn't really snow. Maybe it was really cold, but there was no snow, so they added fake snow. You can really tell it doesn't look right. It could be.
Yeah, I'm not sure because they filmed Home Alone on site. Like they actually went somewhere.
Do you know what they would use instead of snow? I think they say they use potatoes to give it the
so the snow in Home Alone is
snow
real.
effect. Yeah, you just smell like almost like bad potatoes or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if because like this movie takes place in Chicago.
Yes, it all did.
I don't know if they filmed
anything John Hughes was Chicago. So put it that way.
Oh.
That's the best way to remember. Yeah, because he's a Chicago Bears fan. You learned that, and also the earlier vacations. He has the Chicago Bears hat.
Yes. Well, he also had the jersey in this movie. I don't know what the Chicago.
Yeah, he had the Blackhawks.
Is it? I don't know, but I always wanted one of those jerseys with Griswold on the back. Not that I'm a hockey fan at all. I don't think I've watched a game in 10 years, but it's just like a cool thing to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love this movie.
Well,
I can watch
see
it
this
again
plate
right now.
Right here. See this? Nothing. But see here, this gets dented. My hair is just ain't gonna look right.
What does he say every time?
And then at the very end when he crashes into the thing and he goes, bingo.
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 I can't name another Randy Quaid.
One more thing. The cop at the end goes like, "That's pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you."
That looks like the cop, and it's definitely not the same cop.
I love when they're singing too. The cops.
I don't know. I can't think of it. Yeah. I love when he's like freeze, and all the cops freeze. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, I love when Brian Doyle Murray turns around like, "Oh, hey."
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm frozen.
She shows up in that big fur coat. Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, very classy back then.
No, well, I mean, they obviously have a lot of money, and they didn't give their employees bonuses. Like it's a statement, and it's funny.
And she's like, the good one too. That's what's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, this was a fun episode as always, but I like when we get to talk about this. We have so much more to talk about Christmas movie wise. Hopefully we get to by next week. I'm hoping.
Of course we will.
It's just a little crazy, but maybe next week around this time. I think we want to do another one. I definitely need to get one of our other mutual favorite Christmas episodes. I was thinking about doing all the animated ones in a kind of like one big episode.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know. Hopefully we can do that as well if we have time. If not, maybe we'll just put that on the back burner for now. Because those are all great too. I would love to talk about those. Oh, by the way, did you ever watch the Garfield Christmas one?
I don't remember it.
Or like, and it's so funny because it's like they're all grown men, but they act like children in that movie. Like it's like the owner, what's his name? Who's Garfield's owner's name? John, and it's like his brothers, and it's his and his family, and there's like a grandma.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Who bonds with Garfield or something. I want to say, but yeah, I have it as a kid. It's like recorded on some video somewhere.
Do you remember like the Flintstones one and like?
I do, but I didn't watch it as much to see like there's like a Flintstones one, all those other franchise ones. Or animated shows, but obviously the top three is what I said before, and Mickey Christmas Carol still my god, we may have to do that. We might have to just do that.
It doesn't hold a candle to Muppets Christmas Carol to me because that's
the thing for me. That's always been top over that one because I watched it more. So, but I have an unfortunate thing about that one. I told you as a kid I did not like that movie. You know why? I'd cry and scream every time the Marleys came on screen.
No.
You can't scare me with Muppets at that age. It's not a good idea. While I'm trying to go to sleep and like, let's watch Christmas Carol with Muppets. And they're like, I'm like, ah!
We're Marley and Marley.
Yeah. Now as an adult, I think it's great. I think it's the best thing ever. As a kid.
I know, but as a kid, you were scared.
No, I remember like, turn it off.
Okay, well, we won't talk about Muppets Christmas Carol then.
No, we can. I think that's part of this. I'm already sharing with that now, but that is another good episode. Hopefully we have time to do them all. If not, Christmas is literally like less than, what is it now?
We can roll into January. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's almost 15 days away. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow. That is crazy.
I'm going to be a year older. Going to be an old man.
So old.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening as always.
Yes.
Hope you are being good this year.
Better be. All right. We'll see you.
'Tis the season to be merry.
Well, that's my name.
No shit.
Bye.
Bye.